Apparently, this is the ultimate vlogging camera. That's why I've got it right here. Today, we're gonna check it out. I'm gonna give you 10 reasons why I got it. Oh, hello you! How's it going today? Look what I've got right here on this tiny table, another tiny thing. It's not what you think, it's a new camera from Sony, the ZV E1. So I'm gonna give you 10 reasons why I picked this camera, but first I'm gonna give you some backstory. At the moment, I'm owning a Blackmagic cinema camera 4K. That's mainly for my video work, professional video work, and I also have a Sony A7R III, which I'm using as a main photo camera for my work, but also as a second camera right now. Now, what I wanted was a hybrid camera that could take photos and videos, mainly videos, that's what I was focusing more, but that I can use also for my vlogging, because I do a lot of this stuff. If you've been following me on YouTube, and if you haven't, hit subscribe right now, do it. And the cameras I'm owning at the moment are not great for the vlogging business. This is gonna sort it out. Let's not waste other time. Reason number one, portability. I travel a lot for work, but also because I enjoy it. And whenever I travel, I love to create videos and take photos. And once again, Blackmagic is just too big, weird shape to carry around. I need to bring the V-mount batteries, external monitor, a mount with rods, a lot of stuff. Sony A7R III, great for photography. Video making is still a very good camera actually, but as I mentioned before, is missing some features. Now look at this compact body right there. Size and weight, 483 grams, dimensions 121 by 71 by 54 millimeters. Reason number two, being able to travel with only one camera system. As I mentioned, at the moment I've got two different cameras, two different brands, which means two different chargers, a lot of different batteries, different lenses. It's so heavy to carry around. Now I'll be able to match my A7R III with the ZV E1. I can just travel with this new camera, but if I wanted to, I could just put the A7R body into my bag and travel with these two cameras because they have the same batteries, same lenses, and same charger. And we're gonna go to the reason number three, battery life. Once again, as a comparison, the Blackmagic has really bad batteries. They last 15 minutes if so, and that's why I need to carry the bigger V-mount batteries, while the Sony A7R III and the ZV E1 work with this lovely NP-FZ100. Small and portable, and also they last a long time compared to other cameras. I could probably shoot all day with 2 or 3 of these batteries. Reason number four, lenses. And that comes close to the previous reason actually, because I already own a Sony system with a few of the Sony G Master lenses, so there's not an easier choice for me than get this camera. Reason number five, a big fat full frame sensor. Well, you've got different benefits for a full frame sensor. First one being more light getting into the sensor, which means shallower depth of field, great for bokeh, for dark environments and low light conditions, and not crop in your image. Recording formats, we can record up to 4K 60 frames per second, actually 120 frames per second. But for 120 FPS, you will need a faster card. For example, my card is not able to read 120 frames per second in 4K at the moment. You might need one of the Sony tough cards, very expensive. But here you've got 60 frames per second at 4K, not crop. And again, the benefit of filming in 4K, if you're editing on a full HD timeline, for example, you can crop in and recompose your image as you wish. And also 10-bit recording 4:2:2. So great image quality and a lot of colors. Reason number seven, flip screen. Ta-da! Fully articulated, 180 degrees spin. Oh yeah, I kind of got used to film without a flip screen, but now that I have it, it's definitely gonna make everything easier. This is also a touch screen, so you can go through the menu, through the different features simply by hitting the monitor. Reason number 8, we're gonna talk about picture profiles. We can shoot in S-Log3 as well. We've got a lot of dynamic range, apparently 15 stops. Less contrast between highlights and dark areas. And once again, that's gonna be fun in grading. Reason number 9, we've got autofocus. In one of my previous vlogs a few years back, I was mentioning how important it is to learn how to manual focus, and I still believe that. But for vlogging in particular, when you're filming yourself, autofocus is great. We've got face recognition, eye tracking, but also we have animal face recognition, insects recognitions, different animals and objects as well. Reason number 10, internal stabilization. We have the active stabilization, but also dynamic active, which apparently works 30% better than the active. Once again, that's great when you're traveling because you don't need to carry a gimbal. You can achieve more or less the same shots nowadays because they have very good stabilization. Still, if you can, probably a gimbal is a better option because it's a mechanical stabilization and not a digital stabilization. But still, if you want to travel light, and that's what I want to do, this is great. I'm gonna give you an extra reason why I like this camera, not why I picked it up, but which I like by working with it, which is the button here, the switch mode. It's not a dial, it's not a wheel as it used to be in the previous cameras, which was a pain in the bum to me, but that's a simple switch from photo camera to video camera and slow motion. So these are my 10 reasons why I picked up the new Sony ZV E1. I hope everything I mentioned is helpful to make your decision as well if you're coming from a different system or from an older Sony camera. Stay tuned, hit subscribe because I'm actually gonna put this camera to test. I'm going out in London tomorrow, film some vlogs because this is supposed to be a vlogging camera, and I'm gonna take it also to my travel very soon, so stay tuned right here and I can't wait to see you in the next video.